everyone. This is BT here with FXLiveDayTrading.com. I am going over two charts today in particular, and I think that starting with the oil chart is probably the best way to go about explaining what I feel could take place over the course of the next couple weeks. So, why don't we start by first discussing the news that came out this weekend, and that news concerned the Saudi oil, Saudi Arabia, and the oil minister's replacement. So basically, the I believe it was 20 years that the last Saudi oil minister reigned, and now we have a new one. And this particular person who took over is head of the largest oil company in the world. And I have to believe, contrary to what a lot of the news that I've been reading over the course of the last 48 hours says, I have to believe that the price of oil may continue higher, at least in the short term, and I am looking for a $50 price target over the course of the next 2 weeks. Now, yesterday we did open a little bit higher, and I'll show you that. This is the oil 5-minute chart, but I'm going to jump quickly to the daily chart. Now, right now it's looking a little double toppy, and that could very well happen. But we're still above these moving averages. The 46.38 is above us, and that's the area that I am looking for a nice clean break higher. And I think if we do break that, I believe we're going to see 50 over the course of the next 2 weeks. Now, I am positioning myself, obviously, to take advantage of my opinion, which I think is going to be a $50 level. Now, with that said, we can still come down. In fact, this is looking now like a head and shoulders, but I do think this 44 area is going to hold. So, getting to the fundamentals, I mean, the fundamentals of oils has been changing over the course of the last couple months. We see more and more drilling facilities shutting down, although it hasn't really reflected too much in the oil inventories, but we are seeing a slowly but surely change in the oil inventories as these many of these rigs are shutting down. Now, we also were discussing with the members on Friday the oil fires that are encompassing many areas in Alberta, Canada, and these also affect the drilling, the sands drilling, which goes up, and their production has been cut significantly. So, do I think this is going to affect the Canadian dollar? Well, we are seeing the Canadian dollar um, sell off today. Um, Not particularly as much as many people probably would have thought. Um, and I believe that we are going to decrease momentum and come back down to maybe retest at least that 127 area. So we came up here, we did hit that 50 period moving average. Okay, we're resting now. We can very well head up, but I believe now we are at that short-term area where we're just gonna kind of stop and come down. And at least I'm looking for 127. If we continue lower, we may then go ahead and create that double bottom at the 125 area. But jumping to oil again, because this is really very important to the Canadian dollar, because the Canadian dollar, as many of you know, does move with a very nice correlation to oil. Now you can see we came up here. A lot of these little areas point to that 46.38 to the upside. Now again, a break above that, and we are very close to that 50% fib. We came down there and retested that today. Okay, I'm expecting this area to hold, and then I'm expecting that 50 to be touched. $50 per share, per share, $50 oil. And this is the crude, and I'm thinking that's going to happen over the course of the next couple weeks. Now we may also come up and just hit this 61 area. It's a 61 fib, and that's going to translate right around to that 48 area. So 48 first target. Again, 50, that psychological round number I'm expecting as my second target. So I'll give an update over the course of the next couple days. Everyone have a good trading week.